Okay, so I just got done another bender, and I've had an epiphany. So I know you've deceived me, evil. Now here's your surprise. Um, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is where they get me to do the most work at. That one. In my mind, I always assumed it was for um, the artificial intelligence operating system. Like I was connected to the quantum computer in our brains, and I was connected to the electricity inside that computer. It was the 10th dimension. No, it isn't. And this is today's epiphany. I don't know how many times I've looked at this picture, but it never dawned on me to count them up and can count that as the 10 because the black holes in here that transform carbon into whatever you want to eat or drink is the same spirits that reside here because these are the plants, animals, insects, and fungi spirits that provide the food, so they're the ones that prepare the meals. So they've been getting me to harm this planet here by working with that number. So they're trying to turn this planet negative to make my job a lot harder of preventing the black hole or whatever it may be, right? So, but that's what Forrest Gump is about because when Forrest Gump starts running, that's metaphorically for me starting to run to jumpstart the planet, and then more and more people jumping on board after they jump on board with spirituality and science, do the purification program, start leading a healthy lifestyle, start running. Then the more people that run, the more electricity that can go into the earth to reverse the damage that I've done over the past 9 lives. So 7 years, Busy Quest times 9. So we're talking like 72 years worth of transgressions that have to be purged from the earth. So that's today's epiphany. Now, if this is the 11th dimension, then dopamine would be above that. So that's 11, and they were getting me to use 11 even, but not as much as this one. Because they want me to harm the plants, animals, and insects and fungi spirits with horrendous sin. So to give those plants, animals, insects, and fungi a dream. And the clue to that is, I guess you want to think about Starship Troopers, because those insects on there, they're kind of mean, but there's also a brain bug, right? So the brain bug is metaphorically about my brain and giving the insects a bad dream. There's also Evil Dead, where a lady gets raped by trees in the bush. So it's a metaphorical for about the trees or the plant spirits being accustomed to sexual sin. And it's not only me. I contribute a lot as a creator, but you guys all contributed that too. If you're using like a petroleum sex toys, that's made from animal spirits. So when you use that and you climax to that creates a dream for them, and that dream has to be purged from their memory. So what's the other one? The fungi. They what do we got there? We got that's on Super Mario, because the Mushroom Kingdom has a bunch of little wee guys running around as mushrooms, but it's subliminal for people who put their consciousness inside a child clone. That's what the Mushroom Kingdom was about. So there's that, and then there's what's the last one? Plants, animals. So the animals. Well, that's Planet of the Apes with Mark Wahlberg, because when he lands there, they say, he asks how the apes got like this. How the hell did these apes get like this? Because the apes were in control of the planet, which is, Mark Wahlberg is just basically asking, how the hell did the apes get like this? Which means you have to look deeper than the physical and let it be about, the animals in control of the planet here, and they treated the humans like shit on Planet of the Apes because They're basically in control because they're evil, like they're sins, like not only my sins but plenty of your sins too, right? So, um, that's what Planet of the Apes is about. It's basically about Planet of the Apes means this, right? Because that's everything that you guys do. So when you do that, you're infecting that planet with your sin. That's what Planet of the Apes is about because primates, they do that. So that's evil's way of, I don't know what their grand scheme is by getting me to, tinker around with that number 10, but you now know why. So when they come here with their bullshit, they remember that they're the ones that are fucking manipulating and dictating, the strings behind it all, so that they can get what they want. So, 11 is going to be dopamine, which means 12 should be the quantum computer. 13 is more than likely the electricity inside the computer. But I would harbor a bet that 12 is the computer itself plus the electricity inside. I mean, the computer itself is just made out of what? Microprocessors, right? So that could be considered a dimension because it's a quantum computer, which means it's had atoms broken down into, or it has molecules broken down into different states and then reatomized into different molecules to create the quantum computer. So those molecules are made up of atoms, and those atoms are more than likely evil. So I would say that quantum computer is the 12th dimension, and then the dummies living inside of it, who are the evil grandmother and evil grandfather spirit, are 13. So all that means is, the next time I do some work, I'm not going to be focusing. I'm only going to be focusing on 12 and 13 because I want to try to shut that computer down. And I want to try to shut the evil spirits down. Well, they're not evil; they're good, right? So I don't know what's going to take place if good meets evil, or bad meets evil, we should say. Only time will tell, spirits, and only time will tell AI. We'll see what happens. So I did some exercises here. So after I had that climax, there's a little bit of pain down below, like right here. There's the pain right here. So what I did is I put on the frequency for the color red because that's the love chakra. The frequency is 472, and I climbed up and down the stairs 10 times. So I've only made it to here. I don't want to go past that because if I went to 11, that more than likely might purify the good guys. So I have to be mindful of how many repetitions I do. So I'm only going to go to 10 to keep it safe, I guess. Or I may have to do dopamine, so I may go to 11 to do the dopamine. So the clue for the dopamine is I origins, because in I origins that guy keeps seeing the numbers 1111 everywhere he goes, 1111. So it's about reincarnation. So reincarnation just basically means something bad must have happened here before, or I wasn't able to purify that dopamine because the spirits are low in the dark. I don't remember if you see that one, the wall over there. So I already mentioned this before, but so this is a glow in the dark sticker, right? So the glow in the dark means the G represents spirit, because my ex's Sherry's ball team called the Spirit G's. So the G represents the spirit. So glow means spirit, low, and then in the dark. So what that means is I have to shut my eyes and do my exercises up and down the stairs or running, because that should help restore the damage that I've done there and all mankind has done there, because those spirits, they're low and in the dark. Like the bad guys have been getting me to harm them, lock them away in a deeper state of dreaming. So when a spirit dies, who's dopamine, it has to go somewhere. So it has to go. More than likely, it goes into the microwave, or it goes back into the planet. Like the black hole at the planet. It might go up to the computer though. So because they've got me to lock these spirits away over the 7 years of this vision quest. Going forward, if I do a new ceremony with my eyes closed, it's theoretically possible that I should be able to connect to some people's spirits, like Jaden's, like Leia's, like Sherry's, like Minokmas, Tatum, and myself even included, and resurrect them, so that we can have representation in the brain is dopamine. Otherwise, that's their other way of trying to harm the people in the elemental universe, because those people still make love, but they're unaware that, the damage that I've been doing to lock away people's spirits. It could have affected the whole dopamine crop, and everybody's gone on the dopamine crowd except evil people. So that has to be corrected right away. Otherwise, the more orgasms that people have in the other universe, they don't know that they're harming themselves. And then they can these bad guys can probably teleport in there like what they're doing over here. So they just continue orgasming, not knowing that they're dying, and then all of a sudden they have one last orgasm, and then somebody would teleport in there. So it's one of their ways to get in there. So remember that, you fucking turkeys. When it fucking comes time to throw fucking mud on my name with your fucking stupid tape, you're the one that has a more fucking sinister plan, you fuckheads. Because I don't have a UFO. I don't have that technology to get over there. Only you fuckheads do. So when you come here, you better be fucking prepared, man. So I'm gonna fucking arrest you, throw you in fucking jail. As you Walking Dead imposters listening to this, you know exactly that's fucking what's going on, man. And I didn't know that. And it took me this to do that. So I now have a bit better adjustment on how to do my exercises. Because of these clowns, it's a fine line of walking. It's called the razor's edge. Any moment I could slip off and die or do more harm to the universe than good. And that's from Eminem as well. 8 Miles. Superstardom is close to post-mortem, meaning I'm almost close to becoming a star, but at the same time, I'm almost close to dying, because I could kill the dopamine. The guys in the elemental universe can all die, and I won't be able to have my spaceships. Then these clowns will come over here, attack Earth, and then they won't listen to our pleas, and grandmother will rewind time and kill everybody. And then in 1,001 lives on the 2002nd life, I'll be talking to these dumbasses again, trying to escape this goddamn bullshit trap that you've laid here. That ain't gonna work, morons.